but pretty much hi. My name's Anthony, and welcome to my meditation class. Today, we'll be doing two 10-minute mindfulness sessions of focusing on our breath in particular. And while you might think of meditation as a bunch of voodoo and crazy, religious stuff, in essence, it's just focus training for your brain. So, to start with, you might want to find a comfortable place to sit. So, we might focus on your posture. You want to be sitting relatively upright. If you know what a seiza position is or a full lotus, do that. If you don't know what that is, don't bother. Pretty much as long as your back is relatively straight and you can breathe easily, that's all we care about. If halfway through you feel like it hurts and you want to change position, that's good too, you know. But other than that, try to keep your feet grounded, feel I guess I was gonna say soil, but there's no soil, so that's maybe the wrong word to use. In terms of your hands, what you might try is you take one palm, you place the second in, and gently touch your thumbs. It might be annoying at first, but what that does is it gives you a bit of a sense of how strongly and how weakly you're meditating. So if you're too focused, you'll feel a tension, a bit of a thumb war between your thumbs. And if you feel a little too relaxed, too chill, your thumbs are going to fall apart. Ideally, with meditation, you want to be in between both settings, So you want to be calm and you still want to be relatively controlled, gentle pressure between the thumbs. Now we have that out of the way, try to maybe focus on your eyes. And for that, there's two things you could try. One is to keep them closed, and that is assuming you've had your coffee today and you don't fall asleep. Or you could try something called a soft focus, which is looking in front of you at about a 45-degree angle at the floor. And that gives you a bit of a haziness, and in the long term it's really, really enjoyable. Other than that, though, what to think about? Meditation isn't about losing all thoughts or anything of that sort. It's more about learning to understand your own thoughts and learning to focus and letting go of any particular thought. So if we take a few analogies right now, is imagine you're in a storm, for example, right? You're in the middle of a hurricane and those are your thoughts and they're constantly coming and going. Your emotions are ebbing and flowing. And the idea being that you can never control a hurricane. There's no use. But what you can do is change your perception of it, meaning you might want to step back into a barn, or maybe you want to step back behind the window and appreciate the storm from afar. Another one that I like to use would be that often we're the little boat on the massive waves, like that beautiful painting, right? And you feel every rock, you go back and forth consistently, but the realization that has to come is that in fact you are not the boat being rocked by all of the waves, you are instead the deep ocean on top of which the waves pass on. So you cannot control, while you are your thoughts are not you, and you have the choice of thinking them, letting go at any moment in time. So what you might try over the next two sets of 10 minutes is to focus on your breath. So what we'll do is you would breathe in and count that as one, go again as two. Hi, Lewis. So I hope you know the general posture, but pretty much we're going over focusing on your breath. So you breathe in and you breathe out, you count that as one, preferably up to 10 if you can. And the kicker being, if you lose track of the number or you lose focus of your breath and you start thinking about food or you start thinking about anything else like schoolwork or work or how itchy your leg is, for example, then you want to just appreciate the thought, kind of like the hurricane, appreciate that there is a storm coming through. But then, just like a storm, you want to come back and refocus on your breath, start back at one, if that makes sense anyway. And once again, the idea is not to judge and get angry at yourself when you think about things, but just to quite literally appreciate it in a very pleasant sense. If you have any questions, I'm here for it. If not, we're going to start. We're good? There's an app I like to use called Insight Timer, and it's available on iOS and Android. Effectively, it's like a fancy timer with really good bell sounds and a lot of guided online meditations that you can try in the future. But effectively, that's it. Please find your meditative posture now, and we'll go from there. When you hear the bell, we'll start, and when you hear the bell again, we'll stop. Try not to move. Try to be as still as possible during these 10 minutes, and I'll see you on the other side then. One second. Technology always annoys me. Okay, there, you should hear the bell now. Okay, and that is the first 10-minute session. Now, there are a few things you might feel right now. You might feel like your body is achy. During that first 10, you might have felt that you're a little twitchy. You might feel the very, very strong urge to move, and that's just your body not being used to sitting on moving. You might have also experienced a bunch of emotions, a flow of, let's say, sadness or anger or elation. Quite literally, anything is doable. There's no right or wrong way to feel those 10 minutes. It's quite literally just the act of sitting through and noticing your thoughts, feelings, and composure that really makes up the basis of meditation. Now, if you guys have any questions, you can maybe type it in the chat. You can be like crazy, like a yes with 5 S's if that helps. Quite literally, any feedback would be greatly appreciated so I can maybe help you through the journey a little more. But assuming you guys are okay, then okay, awesome. We're gonna do one more 10-minute stage. Cool. Just very, yeah. So especially for active people, you'll notice that the legs might twitch, your hand might shake, and that's okay. Quite literally, it's perfectly natural. You'll notice maybe the second time around, it'll be a lot easier in terms of the body anyway. But once again, just like before, try to not judge whatever passes through and enjoy the experience. And it's really all it's about. So when you hear the bell again, we start. And when you hear it the second time, we stop. All right. See you in 10. All right, and that's the end of round two. I just do want to say that the amount of meditating you both have done today is equivalent to a marathon if you think about it in terms of like something physical, in the sense where the first one was 20K, the second one was also about 20K. So it may not feel like much sitting, being unmoving, but I think that you know now that it is stupid hard. And there's a lot that passes through, and you do have to be proud of yourselves for doing as much meditation as you've done today. The final note I would have would be to try to treat meditation kind of like brushing your teeth, meaning 5 to 10 minutes a day in the morning or at night before everything starts off. And after everything sets, that might be some of the best times for it. And I feel like if you do 5 minutes even or 10 minutes, it's more than enough to see very, very big changes in the way you interact with the world in a less reactive way, but in a more thoughtful, controlled, you know, kind of like how you're meditating now, except for everything, if that makes any sense. I am curious though, did anyone get to 10? Counting up to 10, if you've tried that.
No, I did not. I did not get
Shit,
there.
I don't hear you. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. I did not get
Wait,
there. I
why don't I
tried
hear?
my
What the
best.
fudge? Okay. Sounds on. What the heck? What is this? Okay, now it works. Now I hear you. Hey, man.
You can hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right. No, no worries. Yeah, I didn't get to 10, but I was trying to get there, but this is my first
Yeah,
time, so
no, for
I'll
sure.
work on it. Yeah.
Yeah. How did it feel? I felt okay, sincerely. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. It was really relaxing, and I woke up at like 9:30 and had a coffee, and so this is like the first thing I'm doing.
nice. Okay,
It's
that's
good way
awesome.
to start the day.
Great to hear, man.
Yeah.
Louis, you're doing okay there, Louis? Or I saw the thumb from before, so you're there. So, yeah, okay, good to know. All right, nice seeing you guys, eh? If not, we're here Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and try to keep up with it. If you never come back, do try to do 5 minutes a day. No joke. You'll. This is cheesy, but it will change your life in the way you react to a lot of things. If you were stressed about an exam before, you wouldn't be nearly as stressed now. No, you'll be surprised.
All right. Thanks a lot, Anton. This is great.
No need.
I'll try to come back sometime.
Cheers, man.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.